Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another Hengist Wild Camps. Well, I'm in Edel car park with my mate Simon.
Howdy.
What we're going to do, our first priority of the day, is walk up into Edel, see if the Nags is open, and have a full English breakfast. Now, last time I did this, it killed me walking up Kinder Scout, because that's where we're heading. Later on, we're going to be joined by Dave Goodman. He's going to come and meet us up there later on this afternoon. So it's going to be a good day. We're out for 2 nights, Saturday and Sunday, back on Monday. And the weather is absolutely lovely and warm at the moment. It's not boiling hot like, but I can see me taking this waterproof shell off in a bit. But anyway, first priority is a full English. I'll see you when we've walked up to Edel Village. Well, we've come in local cafe. Nags Head weren't open. They're not doing breakfasts today, so we've come into this cafe and 17 quid for an English breakfast and a cup of coffee. Well, I'll show you at grub when it turns up. I'll speak to you in a bit. Well, our grub's just turned up. I'll just give you a quick look at it. I've got some toast, bacon, weird sausage, tomato, mushrooms, beans, and 3 eggs. So, let's have a taste of it. Oh, that's a nice breakfast. Well, I'm going to shut up and get stuck into this while it's hot. See you in a bit. We've just come out at cafe with very full stomachs, and there was a few spits of rain in the air, and we're wondering whether or not to get our waterproof jackets on now. But we've decided we'll wait till we get to the bottom at Nab and then re-evaluate the situation. So, with full stomachs, we'll plod on. I've just done my customary stop at the bottom of the Nab. Got my trekking poles out, which are down here. Size just there. And we're about to begin the slog up to Herdsman's Plantation. That'll be the first breather, I reckon, at the gate. And then follow the switchback up to the top at Nab. Have a breather there. Oh, and there's also the little wall that we always stop and sit on. Right, well, I'll start the slog up there. Speak to you in a bit. Well, we've just stopped at our favourite little wall on the way up towards the Nab. We're not sitting down because it's a bit damp. But the weather, still quite warm. Those spits of rain, I feel the odd one, but it's not heavy enough at the moment for me to put waterproofs on or anything like that. When we were back in the cafe, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I had a message off Dave Goodman. He's in a cafe in Hope, and he's making his way up towards our camp spot. So that's good news. Right, well, we're just going to linger here for a second and then head up there, that little bit there. End of that path, you've got the Nab. Does feel like it's getting a bit heavier, doesn't it, these bits of rain? I'll reassess once I get to the top at Nab. See you up there. Views are a bit better than last time I was up here. At least you can see things, it's not just fog. Right, well, we'll plod on in that direction towards Golden Clough. Get up there, and I'll probably speak to you once we're on top at Plateau. Just thought I'd give you a bit of a windy update. We've just made it onto the top at Plateau, we're near Nethertor. We came up ringing Roger rather than Golden Clough, and then just walked along this path that leads you to the top of Golden Clough. And as I said, just came up here onto the plateau. Size there, coming up. And yeah, it's a bit more breezy now I'm up on top, so I think I'll get my hat on. Well, I'm going to linger here for a bit, wait for Si, get my breath back, and then plod on in that direction.
We made it.
We made it, mate. We've arrived at our campsite. Just up the river there is Four Jack's cabin, just round the corner, about 200 yards up there. Not far at all. We've come here because we've camped here before. Where these trekking poles are is roughly where I'm thinking of having my tent. Simon's going to get his just there, and that leaves that bit over there for Dave Goodman when he turns up. So plenty of room for all three of us, hopefully. Well, it's nice and quiet around here. And as you can see, we've got a bountiful supply of water. So no having to lug water up the hill, thank God. That breakfast was enough inside me. It's very secluded round here, so there's no problem about getting the tent up at this time. Right, well, yeah, I'm not going to hang around. I'm going to get my tent up now and get a bit of shelter, because you never know, there might be a shower starting. Well, that's the excuse I'm using. Right, I'll get on with my tent. Well, that's my tent up, and Si's just getting the last of his all sorted. He's hit a bit of a snag round this corner. The ground goes up a little bit and there's a rock just there, but it's good enough for tonight. There's not going to be any strong gusts. Well, one of the reasons I'm speaking to you at the moment is I've got a new bit of kit with me. It's a chair. Oh God, can't remember the last time I brought a chair. I brought stools and things in the past, but this weighs about 500 grams. It was under 15 quid. And due to its shape, I should be able to use it inside the tent as well. I'll get it set up so you can have a look at it. And that's it. Right, well, let's get it in the tent and see how it looks in there and see how it fits. Oh yeah, hey, you got a chair. Oh, that's all right. And yeah, I can turn it round and face that way and sit up inside my tent. I'll try that later on. Right, I'm going to get a few things sorted. I was so comfy, leaning back on my chair. I thought, right, I'll take my boots off. And then I realised I haven't got any water. So, got my bladder out. Luckily, well, you saw before, I haven't got far to go. So, I'm going to get out of the tent, grab some water, and let's hope I don't fall in. Right, there's a little run here. I'm going to get my water from there. I don't think there's any danger of me slipping in. Right, I'll get on with that. Right, well, that's my water collected. Just grabbed 2 litres. If I need any more, it's not far to come. As I said, there's our tents just over there. Right, I'll get back to the campsite and I'll get my boots off. Just getting myself sorted, and we heard this voice, and I couldn't see who it was because it was coming from behind Simon's tent over there, and it was, I'm afraid you'll have to move on, lads. And I thought, who the hell is that? Anyway, it's bloody Dave.
Evening all. I know I tried to put an accent on.
You did?
Well.
Well, I knew you'd be coming. I thought, that's not Dave, that. And I thought, who the hell's telling us to move from here in the bloody middle of nowhere? Right, well, you get your tent sorted, and Simon's getting him a brew on. And I'm going to celebrate the fact that we're all here by cracking open a tin of McEwen's Champion 7.3. Is that your rainbow?
Yeah.
There's nothing of it, is there?
Let's feel it.
That's without the ground sheet and the poles on.
Oh my God, that'll blow away in a strong gust. Right, where was I? Let's get this beer
I
open.
haven't got sugar, I haven't got sweetener. Nothing, no.
It's alright, I've had that for years.
Oh, that's good.
Try it.
Well, everybody, good health and cheers.
Right, yeah, I've got my poles in the side of my pack.
Oh, by gum. That's good beer, that. Right, well, yeah, I'm going to get back to this, stick it in my boot for a second, have a chat with everybody now everybody's turned up, and just relax and enjoy the camping experience. I'll speak to you in a bit. It's about 11:15. I've drank all my beer. I've drank all tomorrow's beer as well. But Simon's kindly given me some whiskey, so I can have that tomorrow. What a cracking night. All three of us have got our tents, like, with the doors facing in towards the centre. So we've been able to chat and talk, and even with our tent set up, we've still been chatting and talking. But everybody's bedding down now, and I'm feeling a bit sleepy. It's just started to rain, so I'll listen to the pitter patter as I drift off. Well, it's been a cracking day and a really good evening, and there's another one tomorrow lined up, so I'll see you in the morning. Good night all. Good morning everybody. Time is about 8:30. And it's a bit moist outside, as you can probably hear with this rain. Oh, a fairly good night's kit. Right, I think it's time to start making a brew. So I'm going to get on with that.
Right,
She's very clever, right? When I first met her, I couldn't cook, and she taught me the basics of cooking.
yeah.
And then I progressed on, and then I got a bit of everything I like.
I'm not a bad cook, but it's normally just casserole type stuff,
Yeah.
really, and mostly vegetarian as well.
And I just cannot be asked to like cook them all and freeze them and spend even more time in the kitchen. So that Hello Fresh, I mean, I don't have for like £150 a week or £100 a week shopping bills.
Yeah.
Because all you do is need the staples and you pay for that. I think it's about, well, it's not, I mean, nothing's cheap, is it? Otherwise everyone would be doing it. But I mean, it's great, you get just enough, you know, if you need potatoes for chips or whatever, you get pork.
Cooking, Ellen Bot.
I was finding,
So
you
you're
know,
working full time, and
yeah.
I don't know if your missus does as well.
Yeah, she does.
Well, that's my brew made. Well, Horlicks, I've not made a cup of coffee.
That's what I'm making, a coffee.
Let's see how it tastes.
You haven't seen much of my daughter for a while.
No.
Oh, that's nice.
Well,
Right.
my missus to Paris.
Well, I'm going to
earlier
drink
this
that.
year.
Might make a coffee after. But I'm in no rush to get out at the moment with this rain. So I'm going to enjoy my morning drink. I'll see you in a bit. Well, we're finally all packed up. Si's just about to get his bag on. Me and Dave are all suited and booted, ready for the off.
Yeah.
And we're going to head across the interior. It's going to be
We
brutal,
are.
isn't it?
It is. It's I've not done it for many years, but we're just gonna take a compass bearing and head for Fairbrook and go down
Yeah.
that
Down
where we are.
Down into Ashot Valley, then up the
Yeah.
Snake Woodland, and I think we're heading to Oyster Clough, aren't we?
Oyster Clough.
Yeah, we might have a night in Bothy. Right, well, I'm just having my usual look around where my trekking poles were. That's roughly where the front of my tent was. And I'm looking around for any tent pegs, but I've got all those, I'm pretty sure. And more importantly, I'm looking for any little bits of rubbish. But it all looks nice and tidy and clear, like we all do. We leave no trace so others can enjoy it. Right, well, yeah, now that rain's stopped, it's a lovely morning. Quite warm, still got all the waterproofs on. I'm just going to leave them on. I'll take them off if I need to later. But for the moment, we'll plod on. We're just passing for Jack's cabin. There it is. best plod on and catch up with them.
Well, I'm just keep following the path.
We've just come all the way down from there, and then up here.
Simon's not round the corner yet. Oh, here he comes, look. That's a good shot, Steve. Look. It's a bit damp.
It's alright. Oh, it's nice to be here. Oh, that's nice to get my pack off. We've just arrived at the Bothy at Oyster Clough, and there's nobody here. We've got the place all to ourselves. So, yeah, it's going to be another fantastic evening, something a little bit different. I'll take you in, let you have a look at the place. You do get some waifs and strays in these Bothys occasionally. Oh, look, here's a couple.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, mate, you're not allowed in.
I think there's a visitor's book over there. Lovely window. And candles.
Yeah, there's a couple of candles there.
There's my kit. I don't know what the light levels are like in here for filming. But yeah, I just thought I'd spin around, let you have a look at it.
It's a tent, isn't it?
Hold that much water.
I'm really pleased to be here. What a great location. Water supply down there. In fact, there's some running off the hills. You can collect some on this path. Right, well, I'm going to get back in Bothy, get out of this wind, and I might think about having a brew or something to eat. I'll speak to you in a bit. Well, it's later on. I'm sat in Bothy, and I've had a sandwich, and I've just made my tea. I've got macaroni cheese pasta with salami, pepperami, and smoked cheese of some variety. I'm not quite sure. Got these reprobates here. Anyway, I'll turn the camera around and give you a better look at it. Oh, here it is, coming into shot. That looks all right, that. Let's give it a taste. That's pretty nice, that, for a hot meal. Well, on that note, I'm going to get stuck into it while it's hot. Speak to you in a bit. Well, everybody, we've had our grub, and we've all got, well, no McEwens tonight. I'm on the whiskey, courtesy of Simon.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, Dave, Simon, everybody at home, good health and cheers.
Good health and cheers.
Cheers, Steve. Cheers, Simon.
Cheers, Steve.
Oh, you
Cheers,
buy
Dave.
gum. That's good whiskey.
It certainly is. I say,
Oh.
without you, Steve, what would these camps be, mate?
Absolutely.
Better.
You brought us all
Took the
together.
words out of my mouth there.
Yeah, no, you brought us all together. You know, you get all
Yeah,
these different
yeah.
things. We never would have met each other probably in our walks of life. You know, unless I was
that's
coming to
right.
fix your washing machine. Maybe. It's it's been good. Well organised for both of you. Thanks a lot. I'm still the newbie, so thanks for planning the routes.
It's
Thanks
been
for nearly
a
killing
good
me
laugh,
today.
mate.
Cheers, mate.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's been. Yeah, it's nice to have the social side of it. Get together and sit around in the damp old Bothy during the.
Just doing
evening
something
and-
like this, it's different, isn't it?
Yeah, first night in the Bothy
Yeah.
for me.
It's a nice Bothy.
Yeah, last night was certainly a damn good spot on the in Kinder. There,
Yeah.
you know,
Nice and sheltered, away from everybody,
by that
secluded.
river. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, water right next to you
Pretty damn good.
on the path.
So we've got to get up early in the morning because we've got. Simon's got a 3-hour drive back, so we want to get back to Edale for like 12:30. So we've got to get our skates on.
Yeah, we've got to be out of the door, have our tents packed away.
Yeah. Yeah. But Simon says if we don't get back early enough, we can't have a pint in the pub.
Oh yeah. I think I'm going to be able to enforce that one
Me and
somehow.
Steve
Not.
need one.
I think they'll be taking my van keys off.
Yeah.
It'll be right. It'll be right.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, get back to the jovialities, and I'll see you all later.
Cheers.
Cheers.
See you later.
Well, as you can see, we're all bedded down for the night.
Chief lighting engineer.
There might be a big light shining on the screen due to the chief lighting engineer. But we've got Simon there, Dave behind, and we're all bedded down in the Bothy tonight in our sleeping bags.
Yeah.
And what a great evening it's had. Lots of food, drinks, conversation, laughs, and we've got a really flat surface to kip on.
Yeah. Not too bad.
And tonight's shelter stronger than a Hillyberg Sulu. Well, on that note, I'm going to say good night. So,
No.
Good night for everybody.
Good night, Steve.
Night.
Night, Dave.
Simon. Night, Steve.
Night, John Boy. And I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Well, good morning, everybody. It's about 7:30, and we're all getting up. See you in a bit. Well, what a fantastic night in this Bothy we've all had. I'm just having a last look around, because even though technically not been well camping last night, we leave no trace so others can enjoy it. And the place is absolutely spotless. Right, I'll plod on. Bye bye, Bothy.
Bye bye, Bothy.
Thank you for a lovely evening.
Been great.
Do you think he's looked back? I think Simon's looked back and don't know you're not there.
Well, now we've come down off the tops. It's a little bit better. Kinder's over there, and we're making our way towards Hope Cross. So I'll put this camera away because it's not ideal for filming at the moment. And hopefully I'll speak to you when I'm at Hope Cross. See you in a bit. Look at that. That's in full bloom from the rains last night. Right, I'll plod on. Well, we're nearly at Edale now, and behind my back is Hope Cross. So we've not got far, we've just got to, there's Simon and Dave, got to go down there, then just over that other hill, and then it's plain sailing. Right, well, I best catch up with them lot and plod on. Well, welcome back everybody. We're in the Ramblers in Edale. I did try to do a little bit of filming on the way here while we were walking in, but I've just had to change the battery, so I couldn't do. Well, everybody, I've got
Cheers.
myself, yeah, Simon,
Cheers, everyone.
Dave, we're on Kinder Downfall and Size on Lager.
Cheers.
Good health everybody and cheers.
Hey, boy, go, that's good shame.
Me by gum, that's refreshing beer. Well, I'm going to enjoy this and I'm going to have a look at the menu, get a bite to eat because I'm fairly hungry after that long walk. I'll see you in a bit when I've decided what I'm having. Well, I've had a look at menu and I've just ordered myself a steak and ale pie with chips and mushy peas. Well, my grill's just turned up. I'll just give you a look at it. Right, well, I'm going to get some salt and vinegar on my chips.
That biting wind, it was really...
Right, let's get stuck in, see how it tastes.
I just put my arm.
Oh, that's a welcome bit of food, that. After a long walk, in rain and wind and cold. Alright, well, I'm going to enjoy this. Get stuck into it while it's still hot. I'll see you in a bit.
I know it's
Whoa,
aggro, but at least you
that was a
know,
decent bit of grub, that. Well full. Well, Dave's just got me another pint in. So I'm going to wash that food down with another pint of Kinder Downfall. Good health, everybody, and cheers. E-by gum, refreshing beer that. Well, I'm going to salute this, let my food go down, and then waddle back to the car park. Well, we're back at Edel car park, and I'm just going to walk over to my car. But before I do that, I just want to say thank you to Dave and Si.
Cheers, Steve.
Cheers, mate. It's been great
Fantastic,
camping.
mate.
Cheers,
Brilliant
Dave.
camp.
Site.
What a trip.
Yeah.
What a good do that was.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Lovely stuff.
Right.
Another good
All
one.
right, see you next time.
See you,
Yeah.
Steve.
I'll wander
Take
over
care,
to my
mate.
car. Well, I'm back at the car. What a cracking camp that was. Something completely different. First night up on Kinder Scout, and then we dropped off Kinder Scout across the Ashet Valley, up to the side, and made his way up Oyster Clough to the Bothy. And had a night in there. So, wild camping and a Bothy, and then we've just ended up in the pub having a lovely meal and a couple of pints. Noisy train. I'll just wait for it to go past. God, it's a long train, that. Whew, that took its time. Well, I'm about to get all this kit off, chucking it back at car and start drive home. But before I do that, I just want to say thanks very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And as I always say, I look forward to your comments because I do enjoy reading those and replying to them. Well, on that note, there's not really further to say. Apart from, I'll say it once again, thanks again for watching. And until next time, when I see you for another Hengist Wild Camps, it's cheerio from me. So until then, bye all.